Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are not friends. This is what Vice President Sara Duterte declared about her relationship with President Bongbong Marcos. The Vice President said that she only talked with the President because of their job. According to her, the last time they had a conversation was when she resigned from the cabinet as Education Secretary. She also insisted that they were simply just running mates in the 2022 elections under the guise of Uniteam. The Vice President emphasized that she will never again team up with PBBM.
Hindi naman kasi kami talaga nagkausap niyan. Hindi kami magkaibigan. Unang-una, nagkakilala lang kami dahil naging running mate kami. So, bago pa man kami naging running mates, hindi na kami nag-uusap. Nagkausap lang kami during campaign at dahil sa trabaho noon.
And the word war continues between Vice President Sara Duterte and House lawmakers. This time, Duterte is accusing the Solons of laying the groundwork for her impeachment. Marian Enriquez with that report.
The mood was tense from the start at Wednesday's hearing of the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability already. When the standard oath was about to be administered to resource persons and witnesses, Vice President Sara Duterte was up in arms and refused to take it.
Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons.
Yung term lang po yun pero considered as a resource person din po kayo
Coming to Duterte's rescue was her ally, Congresswoman Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who has been referred to as her political mentor as well. The former president turned Pampanga representative cited a Supreme Court decision that supposedly said witnesses, the accused, and resource persons during legislative hearings are not the same. After a brief suspension of the proceedings, lawmakers were back on the issue of the VP refusing to take oath.
We cannot just trivialize. Kasi you're just a witness. You're a witness. Pareho na rin yung witness, resource person. They are not the same. The Supreme Court says they are not the same.
Mr. Chair, this is an inquiry in aid of legislation and no one is technically accused of any wrongdoing here, Mr. Chair.
And then another suspension of the hearing at the request of Duterte. At this point, she huddled with Arroyo for a while, then shook hands with Congressman Rodante Marcoleta. The lawmaker told the Vice President not to stress. When the hearing resumed,
Mr. Chair, may I speak?
You will be given the opportunity later, Madam Vice President.
in the end, Chua's committee relented and did not compel Duterte to take an oath like the rest of the resource persons. The hearing came about because of the privileged speech of Manila 2nd District Representative Rolando Valeriano on September 3. The congressman questioned the office of the vice president's spending in the last couple of years.
Hindi nararapat sa atin, lalo na't siya'y nag-aambisyon na maging Pangulo, ang ayaw magsabi kung saan ginastos ang pondo ng bayan. Sino ba talaga ang pinaglilingkuran niya? Baka naman ang boss niya ay humaharang sa bangka ng mga Pilipinong mangingisda o ang mga promotor ng Pogo.
And while the hearing was supposed to center on the OVP's budget, Duterte, as head of the office, did not answer a single question about it. Not under oath, Duterte used her time instead to attack the lawmakers.
What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028.
She also claimed that the hearing was just a rehearsal for the bigger plan to kick her out as vice president through impeachment.
So you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost or political intrigue.
Recall that in the last hearing on the OVP's budget, Duterte was repeatedly asked about her confidential funds worth 125 million pesos. That's because the Commission on Audit issued a notice of disallowance on 73 million pesos of that, which basically means she has to return the money or appeal the decision by submitting evidence. But Duterte is adamant her office did nothing wrong.
As we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget.
The Vice President decided to leave around noon without answering any questions. Speaker Martin Romualdez has yet to comment on the Vice President's accusations. Congressmen also insisted that they are just doing their job, scrutinizing the national budget, and that there is no campaign among them to impeach Duterte. For now, it's not clear if Duterte will attend another inquiry into her office's fund use, or for that matter, plenary debates on the OVP's 2025 budget scheduled for September 23. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Now, the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability will invite Vice President Sara Duterte again in the next hearing about her office's budget spending. VP Sara avoided another possible clash with lawmakers when she was allowed to leave the hearing immediately. House Committee Chairperson Representative Joel Chua approved her request since she did not take an oath before the hearing. VP Sara insisted that she was not obliged to take an oath because she was just a resource person. In an interview with Storycon, Chua admitted that they were lenient with the Vice President not taking an oath. Despite this, Chua said they will invite VP Sara again to give her a chance to defend her office.
We will continue to invite her, pero siyempre at the end of the day, nasa kanya naman po yan kung siya po ay sisipot. At patuloy po natin re-respetuhin ang kanyang opisina. At pero ito pong pribilehiyong to, pagaya po ng binanggit ko kanina, ay hindi po magiging president po sa lahat.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching One News now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. In the Philippine Star, President Marcos admitted to having a cough and cold. He stopped to blow his nose during his speech at the awarding of the 2024 Outstanding Government Workers. Marcos assured the public, though, that his situation would not slow him down. And in business world, the Bangko Sentral plans to reduce the reserve requirement ratio substantially this year. The BSP reduced the ratio for big banks and non-bank financial institutions with quasi-banking functions in June 2023. The RRR is the portion of reserves that banks must hold onto rather than lending out. On to another story. Former Budget Under Secretary Lloyd Christopher Lau was arrested in Davao City yesterday. The tracker teams of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, or CIDG, caught Lau at Ecoland at around 11 a.m. His bail was set at 90,000 pesos, but it is unknown if he posted bail. Lau is facing graft charges over the alleged illegal transfer of 41 billion pesos in public funds. It was allegedly used for the procurement of overpriced items from pharmaceutical company Pharmally during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the UAAP, the UP Fighting Maroons remain unbeaten in the UAAP Season 87 Men's Basketball Tournament. The Fighting Maroons showed no mercy to the NU Bulldogs yesterday, 89-62. Mark Belmonte led the way for UP with 14 points. And before this match, the UE Red Warriors finally nabbed their first victory this season as they stunned the FEU Tamaraos 56-51. Ethan Galang headed the way for the Red Warriors with 10 points. Now, a nurse working abroad has found his calling in a sport called Jujitsu. At para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Denise Valdesancho.
Mula sa pagiging nurse sa ibang bansa, napunta sa martial arts ang nakilala kong atleta. Pero hindi naman daw sayang yan dahil ang nursing nagagamit sa martial arts. Tubong Mountain Province si Gibran Langbayan o Gib. At sa gitna ng kanyang career as a nurse, nahanap ni Gib ang tunay na pangarap niya.
Narinig ko dati yung term na Jujitsu pa lang sa yung mga old na UFC videos noon. Yung kuya ko is nag-aaral sa Manila. Kada umaakyat siya sa Baguio, nagdadala siya ng mga DVDs. Yan. Nakikipanood ako sa kanya.
Hindi lang kuya ni Gib ang naka-impluwensya sa kanya dahil habang nagtatrabaho sa abroad.
Fortunately, yung naging isa sa mga kaibigan ko, judoka practitioner siya. Lumalabas po siya sa gym. Tapos ginagabi pa siyang umuwi. Sabi ko, pre, anong pinagagawa mo sa buhay mo? Sabi ko.
Ang di niya alam, sa edad na 27, ito na pala ang simula ng bagong kabanata ng buhay niya. Taong 2019 nang mag-5th place si Gib sa Jiu-Jitsu World Masters Championship sa Abu Dhabi at 2020 nang masungkit ang gintong medalya sa Abu Dhabi Grand Prix sa London. Taong 2020, opisyal na naging kauna-unahang igorot Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belter si Gib. Ngayon, bukod sa pagiging atleta, full-time mentor na rin si Gib na madalas tawaging professor ng mga tinuturuan niya. May-ari na rin ito ng isang martial arts school sa Baguio kung saan head coach siya. At malaking parte nito ay ang pagiging nurse niya.
Yan, kasama sa ano namin is yung anatomy and physiology. So pag knowledgeable ka saan yung location ng mga carotid arteries, yan yung, kung saan yung sasakalin mo talaga. Kasi yan yung deeper na explanation ng mga techniques na which is maski na experience ko sa mga ibang coaches is hindi nila ini-explain bakit.
Ngayon, patuloy pa ring lumalaki ang komunidad ng Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters sa Cordillera. Sa buhay, hindi natin alam kung ano ang para sa atin hanggat nasa harap na natin ito. Kaya't pakatandaan, it's never too late to follow your heart. Mobile Journal, Denise Valdesancho po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.